I love the backstories. I watch these guys now, Shark Tank, a lot. That was certainly something that played in. But tell us about how you came to create this company.
I think like most great things, I created it because I had a personal problem. I had some gut health problems. I started drinking apple cider vinegar, hated the taste, and I wanted to create something that tasted better. Have you guys ever taken a shot of apple cider vinegar?
No, I have not.
I know lots of people who have, though.
It's disgusting. So I went to my kitchen and I created the first version of Poppi, went on to get a deal on Shark Tank, and now we're in every grocery store in the nation. It's wild.
It is pretty wild.
It's a really crowded space, and it's hard. I mean, you could walk into any sort of convenience store or grocery store, and those are the companies that have succeeded in getting the shelf space. Just getting the shelf space is difficult. How did you do that in the beginning?
We hired really smart people. So after getting a deal on Shark Tank, our network was opened up.
So that's where everything changed.
You bring in people that know the industry. Beverage is really hard. Someone downstairs just asked me, they wanted to do a beverage. And I said, one, it's capital intensive. You have to have a lot of money. You're shipping liquid across the U.S., manufacturing, shelf life. There's so many things that go into it. And you really want to surround yourself with smart people. And the beverage industry is small. So network.
It's really about who you know in the beverage industry.
It really is.
Because you're fighting for shelf space, essentially, right?
Yeah, and then you're working with the retailers, and we were before the time, like we were calling ourselves soda. We were revolutionizing soda for the next generation, and they were like, that's hilarious, and so they didn't know where to put us on the shelf space. Like basically we were in the sparkling water set. We were, in enhanced water. They didn't know what we were. It was hard.
Well, now the idea of a functional beverage, like everybody kind of knows about that.
Yeah.
You guys were early to that, of course. I'm curious what you see out in the landscape right now that is missing. Like if you were to develop something right now, what would it be?
Well, I am developing something right now, and we're launching in the fall to fit that gap. But it's what it is it has to be better for you. And not so better for you that it's just like people don't understand. There's a lot of adaptogens and all of these things. Protein is really big right now. But I don't know, would you like to drink a carbonated protein drink?
I've tried a carbonated protein
tough.
drink. It wasn't easy to drink.
It's tough. I'm telling you, I wouldn't do that, but I will say something that's just a little bit better, and that's what we did at Poppi. So
have you figured it out?
I have figured it out. We're launching in the fall.
But launching as is right now, or do you still have to iterate on the product to get it there?
We're loaded, we're hiring, we're going, and it's one of those things that we have so much we learned at Poppi from building team and scaling that, like, why would we not do it again?
Are you raising money for it, or are you bootstrapping it?
A little bit of both. Right now, we're going to use our own money for about, $2.5 million or so, and then I would love to de-risk and bring in strategic partners that can help really catapult the business.
What are you learning about the marketplace in terms of types of products that people want today?
It's that movement within MAHA that we're really seeing no dyes, no artificial ingredients. It actually drives me insane when my kids have Cheetos or Doritos, and Pepsi's changing that, right? They're taking the dyes out of it. So I think it has to be just 10% better or 30% better. It can't be 100% better for you. People still want full flavor. America likes flavor. It has to taste good, and that has to be king. Taste is king.
Is it more expensive to do things?
So expensive.
Yeah. And without all these additives or
it really
kind of
is
cutting corners.
And people get really confused around the word like natural flavors.
Natural
as well.
means nothing.
It's very confusing, and how it's made and what are in the natural flavors. No, it is. But if you think of it's
not organic.
It's not non-GMO. There's so many things that go into it. Yeah. So I think it just has to be better for you. I do think non-GMO is important, and people are reading labels more than ever.
Is it more expensive to do, though?
It's absolutely more expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Artificial ingredients, all of those things are really cheap. But really what the most expensive thing is the packaging. Mm-hmm. The packaging more so than what goes into it, and then the shipping cost and all of that goes into it.
We're speaking with Allison Ellsworth, the co-founder of Poppi, which she sold for $2 billion to Pepsi.
We'll call it that.
Last year. She joined us at the Uncharted Summit.
You can round it up.
We can.
You are so right.
You're doing this for a second time, essentially. And I imagine you learned a ton the first time you did this. What are you doing differently to get this product onto the shelves, to get into the hands of consumers, to get consumer and brand awareness across the country that you didn't necessarily know how to do until you maybe failed at doing this or found the right niche for it with Poppi?
Where entrepreneurs fail a lot of times is they refuse to professionalize their business. So the first thing we're starting with this time is an org chart. We're seeing what can we do to build an incredible team around us, and you hire 18 months ahead. You don't hire for now. And you don't let your ego get in the way of growth of like, I need to do every job. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs do, is they don't hire people smarter than them because they think they know everything. So for us, that's one of the biggest lessons, is professionalize the business, bring in like incredible people, and build a platform that can scale.
What is it like to sell a business that's been, your baby, and you created it, and it was really personal for you? I've talked to lots of founders, a lot of them have their name on the company, and when you let go, initially it's great because it's a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and your whole life is the business. But at some point it's like, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, essentially it was 10 years of my life, never taking vacations. I had 3 kids while doing it, and then you're gone, right? The business is gone overnight. You're no longer in it 80 hours a week. And people don't talk about the post-exit blues. It's a real thing. It's an emotional roller coaster. And look, money gives you freedom to do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want, but it doesn't give you purpose. So find your purpose, and that's what we're doing again, because if you find your purpose, money will come.
How soon did you have to find your purpose after selling?
I mean, it took I played golf for like 4 months, and then I was like, okay, I beat my husband a couple times. I was like, okay, I'm over this. And, we had fun, but I really missed the team. I missed the build. It's just the entrepreneurialism that people have. That's the craziness, right? It's why we do it.
What's it like raising money this time around? Because I'm guessing you don't really have to be proactive about it. People are knocking down the door after an exit like that.
It's actually like so many people are like begging to actually invest. But for me, we are only going to take strategic money that can actually make and move. And it's, when I say strategic, it's the network. It's how can we network with them.
So money from a distributor, money from a company that could potentially acquire you,
retailers,
or has,
people that can, celebrities, influencers, talent is a huge piece of how we scaled Poppi.
But it matters because you want to be able to drive where you want to go, correct?
Yes. And small, right? I think I could probably call a lot of retailers and go into them really quickly, but I think you have to be intentional and build a brand. Start in like those better for you retailers, from the Whole Foods to the Targets to the Sprouts, and then really grow versus going so mass, so big, which I think a lot of people could make a mistake.
You sure you don't want to make the announcement now, Allison?
I know, not
this
quite
is a great audience.
I know, I love Bloomberg. Yes, I know. But stay tuned.